Japanese milk cinnamon rolls. So I'm trying the Tangzhong method for the first time. So you get 4 tablespoons of milk, a tablespoon of all-purpose flour, and a teaspoon of honey, and you create a really thick paste. And this is what really creates the sweetbread. You're just gonna see here where I like really thicken it up. So we have 1/4 cup of warm milk, a teaspoon of sugar, and then some fast-acting yeast. And we're just gonna let this bloom. Make sure your milk is warm. It'll take about 10 minutes for this to bloom. So we're gonna go ahead and mix up the rest of our milk. It's a 1/2 cup and 2 tablespoons of milk. We're gonna add that bloom mixture in with it. And then we are going to also add a tablespoon of powdered milk. Go ahead and add in a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. Add your Tangzhong mixture, and then we are going to mix it up really well. And don't forget to add the 2 tablespoons of butter. Now we are going in and we are adding our flour, which is 3 cups of all-purpose flour. This is where I added in slowly, not to overdo the flour, and you're going to need to get your hands in there and just get it kneaded up really well, combined until you create a dough ball and it no longer sticks to the side and all the flour is incorporated. This is going to proof, depending on the temperature in your house, for 60 to 90 minutes with the lid on. Recommend oven light or a warm area in your house. Next, we're going to start on the filling. You are going to need a 1/3 cup of softened butter, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1 1/2 tablespoons of cinnamon. And we are going to get this mixed up really well to create the filling for the cinnamon rolls. The dough looks so beautiful. It's absolutely perfect. It is really nice and fluffy, feels like a cloud. So flour your surface, and we are going to roll this out as much as we can, but we don't want it to be too thin, so make sure you at least have an 1 to 1.5 inches thickness for this type of cinnamon roll. So I'm going to go ahead and flour my roller and get to rolling on this. We're going to add our filling in, and then we are going to cut You could go ahead and roll it and then cut it, or use floss and cut it, or you can cut it into strips and roll them that way so they're all just about the same size. So I'm just kind of showing off how beautiful they look. I did have some smaller ones anyway, so I baked them in a different dish and baked them for less time. You're going to let these rise and cover them again somewhere with the light on for about an hour. Once that hour's up, preheat your oven to 350. They really proofed up and puffed up so much. These are huge cinnamon rolls, like Cinnabon size, the size of the inside of a palm of a hand. They really turned out great. So go ahead and pop them in the oven, and we're going to get started on our icing. And this is a little secret that I do. A lot of people do heavy cream, but I do some vanilla creamer, and it keeps them really soft and moist during the baking. All right, so for the icing, I have a stick of softened butter and a cup of milk, and you can just use a Wix, use your stand mixer. I feel like a fork works
All
great
right, in about
too.
18 to 21
and this
minutes,
is going to actually make
be
a
ready
buttercream
to
for the top.
They
You
are
can add some lemon
absolutely
zest if you
pillow
want to,
soft and delicious.
but it makes a really beautiful icing.